So I wanted to walk you through how to take the measurements that we need to get you a really excellent fitting shift. Now, the idea of the shift is that our goal is to have a nice fit up and through here, snug but comfy, and then just sort of go gently down over your curves. So we need 3 measurements to sort of capture how you're built up here. And when you go to take your measurements, you should probably be in your underwear. I'm going to leave my dress on because it's not that kind of video we're taking today, but wear the underwear that you're going to wear with the dress. So the first measurement that we need to get from you is bra strap to bra strap. Pretty self-explanatory. You go just below your collarbone, measure from the outside of this bra strap to the outside of this bra strap. For me, it's about 13.5 inches. And for most people, you're going to be between 9 inches and maybe 14 or 15 inches. The next one that we take is the shoulder to bust measurement. Now, a lot of the shaping from the dress comes from this dart that you can see on the side, and our goal is to have that dart begin on the outer portion of the fullest part of your bust, or maybe a tiny bit below. So as you're measuring this, you start from where your bra strap crosses over the top of your shoulder, and then measure straight down to the fullest part of your boob. For me, that's 12 inches, and if you are trying to decide between like 10.5 or 11, go with 11 because it's better to err on the side of this being a tiny bit too long instead of a tiny bit too short. That measurement is typically going to be between 9 and 14 or 15. And the third thing that we need to get up here is around the shoulder. And to get this one, we have a little trick. Take your measuring tape and tuck it under your bra strap. Then loop the tape around your shoulder and join it up with the front. And when you do this, make sure that you're not cutting across the back of your shoulder like this. Make sure you're actually getting your whole shoulder in there. For me, that ends up being about 19 inches. The smallest measurement I've seen for this is 17, and the biggest I've seen is 25. So that'll sort of help you gauge where you are in there. So those are the upper body measurements. The rest of the measurements you've probably taken before. We have our upper bust, which is how wide you are around your armpits. Full bust, how wide you are around the biggest part of your boobs. Under bust. And then the waist, we don't really use the waist measurement unless your waist is bigger than your bust or your hips. So measure the biggest part of you. It might be your navel. For me, it's a little bit above my navel. But the biggest part of your waist, we just want to make sure we have plenty of room for that in there. And then measure around the biggest part of your hips.